They say a horse never forgets. The sound of a gentle voice, the sting of a harsh rein, every moment, it stays. My name is Black Beauty, and this is not just my tale, but the story of every horse that's ever trusted a human. I knew kindness once, lush fields, soft hands, laughter in the air. But I also knew fear, pain, and silence when I cried out. I've seen the best and worst of mankind. Some saved me, others nearly broke me. I was once strong and proud. Life changed that, but somehow, through it all, I survived.
I was born beneath a wide blue sky, surrounded by soft green fields, old oak trees, and the gentle scent of wildflowers. The world felt safe. My legs were shaky, but my heart beat strong. My mother was always close, her presence a warm shield against everything unknown. She was calm, graceful, and wise. I admired her deeply, not just because she was my mother, but because she carried herself with quiet dignity.
Never bite, never kick, no matter how frightened you feel. Strength isn't how hard you fight, it's how well you carry yourself. Be gentle, my son. Be good.
I took her words to heart. I ran free, learned fast, and listened well. The rustle of wind through the grass, the rhythm of hooves on soft earth, the golden evenings that kissed the pastures, those became the background music of my youth.
A fine colt, this one. Smart eyes, strong legs. He'll grow into a proud stallion.
Farmer Gray was a good man. He spoke gently, moved slowly, and taught with patience. The bit, the bridle, the saddle, I was introduced to them all without fear. He never used force, only kindness.
He's a fast learner, sir. Gentle, too. Not like the others.
I felt proud, eager to please. Those first years were filled with peace, with promise. I believed that all humans were like Farmer Gray, kind, fair, and full of heart. But youth carries illusions, and the world I would learn is not always as kind as it first appears.
Life at Birtwick Park was like a dream wrapped in soft morning mist. The stables stood firm and welcoming, surrounded by wide fields and orchards that whispered with the wind. It was here that kindness didn't have to be earned. It was simply given.
A horse must be treated with respect. Beauty's a fine soul, strong but gentle. He's more than just an animal. He's family.
Grooms moved with care. The sun always seemed to shine longer over the paddocks, and in the stable stood 3 horses, each carrying their own past, yet bound together in the comfort of this quiet paradise.
They're not all kind like him. I've seen the worst of men, whips, tight reins, cruelty hidden behind polite voices. Be careful. Peace doesn't last forever.
We're lucky here. Good food, no harsh bits, and children who pet us kindly. Not all horses get this life.
Ginger's voice held weight, the type that comes from pain endured. Her gaze lingered on the gate more often than the fields. But beside her was Merrylegs, a small white pony with the heart of a lion and the humor of a jester.
Sent young Charles flying the other day. Just a little lesson, he needed it. Too rough with the reins.
There now, easy. You're safe here. Steady hooves and a kind heart. That's what matters.
John, the head groom, had a magic in his hands. Horses stood still under his touch, ears forward, eyes calm. He talked to them like old friends. No shouting, no fear. Just patience.
If only all humans were like this.
Meals came on time. The straw was fresh. Laughter echoed from the manor. Sometimes, in the hush of twilight, the 3 horses would doze shoulder to shoulder, a rare comfort for souls shaped by both gentleness and grief.
You two are far too serious sometimes. Smile, we've got it good here.
For now.
There, under the red gold sky, surrounded by warmth and care, they rested. But Ginger's eyes remained watchful, She had known too much loss to ever fully relax.
I wasn't always angry. I used to run through meadows without fear. But cruel hands, they teach you to flinch, to expect pain, even from kindness. Sometimes, I still wake up trembling, afraid before the sun even rises.
You don't have to expect that here. Not everyone's like them. You deserve better.
It's hard to forget, Beauty, when a bit cuts your tongue, when the whip cracks for no reason. You remember every sting, every harsh word. It leaves scars deeper than the eye can see.
Ginger's past clung to her like a shadow. Where I had been loved, she had been broken. Her spirit was fierce, but her eyes told stories no one had the courage to ask about. She trusted few, but somehow I felt she trusted me.
You're different. You listen. That's rare. Sometimes I wonder if I'll ever find peace.
You can trust me. We're in this together. I'll stand by you no matter what. We stood side by side in the stables, two souls shaped by different paths. And in the quiet of Birtwick, we found what we'd both been missing. Understanding, hope, and maybe a little healing.
We must leave Birtwick. My health can't take the harsh winters anymore. It's time for a new chapter, but it pains me to leave this place. And you all behind.
I didn't understand at first. Why leave the only home I'd ever known? The stables grew quiet. Familiar faces disappeared one by one. The fields that once stretched wide now felt like memories fading with the wind.
Hold on, Beauty. Change is hard, but sometimes it brings new chances. Don't lose yourself in fear. Remember who you are. Strong, kind, proud.
The day we left Birtwick, I looked back at the green fields bathed in golden sunlight. I felt the weight of goodbye, but also a spark of hope. Life was about to change, and I had to be ready.
We'll miss you here, Beauty, but wherever you go, take the best of us with you.
I carried their wishes deep inside me, knowing that no matter what awaited, I had the strength of friendship and love to guide me.
Beauty, the city's tough, but I'll treat you fair. We'll get through this together.
Rest now, Beauty. You deserve peace after a long day.
The city was loud and full of smoke, so different from my green pastures. Streets crowded, horses pulling heavy carts. It was hard work, but Jerry cared. When rude passengers shouted, Jerry stood up for me. He made sure I had food, water, and rest. Polly's gentle hands soothed my tired muscles.
Faster! I'm paying, so move!
This horse isn't a machine! Show some respect!
Jerry's kindness kept me going. After every shift, he brushed me gently and spoke softly. Even in winter's chill, he stayed by my side. I wasn't just a horse in the city. I was his partner. That made the hard days bearable.
Jerry, can I help you clean Beauty today?
Sure, Tom. He's earned some care after today's work.
Beauty's a fine horse. I'll make sure he gets extra oats.
Tom was new but eager. His bright eyes and gentle touch reminded me of kindness still in this busy world.
I see you take good care of Beauty, Jerry. Not all cab horses get that.
Every horse deserves respect, ma'am. That's how I see it.
Tighten the check rein. Keep his head up. It makes him look proud and elegant. We want the best impression in the streets.
Sir, it's hurting him. He's struggling to move comfortably. Maybe if we eased it a little.
I said do it. This is how it's done. If you don't, I'll find someone who will.
They called it style, but it was nothing but torture. My neck was stretched too far, muscles aching with every step. The bit cut into my mouth, and I tasted blood every time I pulled the reins. It wasn't pride. It was pain. I longed for the soft fields and kind hands I once knew.
I can't take much more, Beauty. My spirit is broken, and my body is too tired to fight anymore.
Ginger and I shared silent moments, where our only comfort was each other's presence. We had both been through too much. The cruel hands that once guided us had turned into chains we couldn't escape.
There must be a better way. They don't see how much pain we're in. If only they could listen.
Enough whining. Horses like you are tools, not friends. Get back to work.
Day by day, my strength faded. But worse was watching Ginger grow weaker, her spirit slipping away with every harsh command.
Beauty, I'm sorry. I can't stay here. I'm too broken.
And then, one cold morning, she didn't return. The stable felt emptier, colder. The silence was a heavy weight on my soul.
She's gone. I tried to help, but sometimes kindness can't fix everything.
Those days were the darkest. But even in the deepest pain, hope clings to life. I had to believe better days were ahead. My legs shook with every step. My spirit was breaking, fading into nothing. I was no longer the strong horse I once was, just a shadow of the past. Each day felt heavier than the last, every breath a struggle. The cold stable walls felt like a cage, closing in on me.
Old and useless now. No one wants a tired horse like this. Better off letting him go.
I wished I could just lie down and never get up. To escape the pain, the loneliness, the endless work, the weight of my past, the scars unseen, all pressing down on me.
He's just a beast. What more do you expect? Nothing left in him.
But deep inside, a small spark remained. A whisper that maybe kindness still existed somewhere, waiting for me. A hope that my story was far from over.
Easy, boy. You've been through a lot, haven't you? Take it slow. I'm here now, and I promise you're safe.
His hands were soft and kind, nothing like the harsh grips I had known before. His voice carried a calmness I hadn't heard in years, a gentle whisper that stirred something deep inside me. It was hope, fragile but real. In that moment, I felt a flicker of trust return, like the first warm ray of sunlight after a long, cold winter.
He may be old, but there's still beauty in him. He deserves peace and care in these final years. Let him rest here, safe and loved.
For the first time in what felt like forever, I felt calm. The heavy weight of fear and pain began to lift. The stable wasn't just shelter, it was a sanctuary. The air smelled sweet with fresh hay and quiet understanding. I could close my eyes without dread. Kindness wrapped around me like a soft blanket, healing wounds I thought would never mend.
You're safe now, old friend. We'll take care of you every single day. You've earned that much and more.
This was my new beginning, proof that even the darkest nights can end with dawn, that even broken souls can find peace again. This was my new beginning, proof that even the darkest nights can end with dawn, that even broken souls can find peace again. I wasn't just a horse. I wasn't just a beast of burden or a tool for work. I had a heart that beat with hope, fear, and love. I had memories of green fields, kind hands, and hard lessons. I had a story full of joy and pain, of friendship and loss, of endurance and grace.
If you take away one thing from my journey, let it be this: kindness matters. Every gentle word, every caring touch, every moment of patience. It changes lives, especially for those who cannot speak, who cannot tell their own tales. To the humans who listen and care, you give us more than shelter or food. You give us dignity. And to those who may forget, I hope my story will remind you that all creatures, no matter how silent, deserve respect and love. My story ends, but the message remains. Kindness is the greatest gift we can share.